like this off the screen. So hi lovelies, welcome. Let's all right. This annoying message is on the screen. Is it gonna stay here? All right. Looks like it's not. All right, so welcome in for anyone joining me now. My name is Janelle. This is my YouTube channel. It's called Love Janelle. Um, right now in this video, I am going to be going over things to help you lose weight. So if you're in a situation where you are just frustrated, if it's been a few years, a few weeks, a few months, and you just say, you know what, it's time to get my health in order, it's time to get my weight under control, I've got you. So if you want tips, tricks, just help to lose weight, do what I did, I can give you the information here. So I do suggest getting a notepad if you don't have. I have my notes here, and I also have my computer nearby. So if I'm stuck on anything, I'm gonna look at that. So just know they're coming. I've been needing to make these videos for a while, and I haven't known how to like get started. I will like create a bigger deal than it needed to be, and I just need to get the information out, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to go through this video once the live is over. I'm going to timestamp, so if you're interested in a particular thing, you can jump around in the video. So yeah, if you want to lose weight, I can make it easier for you, just because I figured out it really is, it's not as much, you don't need as much effort as you actually think you do. And I I'm finding that to be the case with a lot of things, and this is an example of another thing I'm trying. So right now I'm completely venturing into YouTube completely. I've been dabbling for years. This is 100% it, and I am going to do the same thing that I did with my weight with my YouTube channel and watch the success, right? So don't want to babble too much, which I've already started, but gonna get into just what you'll need, what you need to do to um, start. So where I started and where I suggest you start is seeking help from your higher power, whether you believe in God or a higher power, a higher version of yourself, anything that you would need to be able, anything that is strong enough to rely on, to go back to request help from whenever things get a bit more difficult. So what I did to get started was pray. I prayed for several things. I prayed constantly. I've consistently prayed throughout this journey, but the initial prayer I had the time, and not this notebook, but I had a notebook and I just wrote down the things I wanted to remember in my prayer. It was a lot of the things that I saw on another prayer for another creator. So there is a prayer on TikTok that I saw, and in that she basically asked for God to give her guidance, help her to crave the foods that she um, should desire, like the healthier foods, as opposed to, of course, the junk that's going to keep you sick and just not in the best health. So there are just a few things I sat with beforehand and just really ruminated. I took a time and said, okay, these are the areas I want to change. These are the things that I want um, help with. Because being realistic, I've been struggling with my weight my whole life. I am actually 40 years old, and it's been up and down. There's times where I've been smaller, but then it wasn't always a healthy smaller either. And I would say most of the time I've been a bit bigger or curvier. The biggest I got was 2 years ago. I was well, 3 years ago. It's 2019. What am I saying? I don't know where 2019 came from. But things happened in 2019, but that's nothing to do with that. But about 3 years ago, I was 219. That's where the 2019 came from. I was like, wait, what? So I was that was my max I had gotten to, and I I was in denial up until then. So actually, my second tip is venturing into that. So let's stick to the first one. So first things first, um, unite with your higher power. Unite with that strength. Um, resonate with something. I suggest waist speeds a lot, not instead of God. I say as well as God, right? But waist speeds are a good reminder. It's a good source to go back to anytime you are going through anything difficult. And I used it for my weight loss, and it doesn't have to be cotton string that is taut and tied on and you can't take it off. I've actually used elastic waist beads throughout my whole journey. I currently have elastic waist beads on. I'm not technically trying to lose any weight. This is more for the ones I have. I'll show you the ones I have on right now. I have them on for grounding. I can take them off actually. Let me see them on. But okay, so these are the ones that I'm using right now. These aren't really for weight loss. They are elastic, all of them. It's for healing. These are green and grounding. There's a few goals I'm trying to achieve. Well, not trying to, I'm achieving. Because we don't try, we do, right? So um, these are the kind of waist beads I use to help um, refocus and get back to myself. And then it wasn't too restricting to where I can so I could take them off, and um, if they get too wet in the shower and take too long to dry, or if I'm gonna wear an outfit and it's gonna show up through it, I can easily take them off. And that's what's good about these. um, I still held myself accountable. Anytime you eat a lot, they roll up. And whenever you're losing weight, they do roll down. They're going to roll up and down throughout the whole time. All right, so you just get used to it. Don't ever get discouraged. Again, it's just a reminder, and you just want to check in with that. So you want to, again, just see where you are, pray about it, pray for what you want. Um, let's see. Again, I'm checking my notes. I was feeling uncomfortable about making videos like this because I didn't want to be editing and all of that, but I feel like this is fine. We'll and be feel free to um increase the speed. Um, yeah, if you can listen to things fast. I like to listen to things fast sometimes. And then again, I'm gonna have timestamps. So this is again one. Pray for the strength. Pray for guidance. Pray for support. Pray for peace, because during the journey, in the beginning, peace isn't necessarily there. Sometimes you have naysayers. You have people making fun of what they think, what you're planning to do. I suggest not saying anything to anyone in the beginning, just keeping it to yourself and just doing what you have to do. In time, people start to see the weight coming off, and they'll start to ask questions. So even if in the beginning, someone does find out that you are losing weight and that's your goal, and you might be a bit embarrassed because you might be around like bums that think it's funny to make fun of people who are actually trying to better themselves. So um, and keep it quiet. If you can't keep it quiet, just keep going. Keep going, because they'll make fun of you at first, and then they'll start to ask you how you did it when you start to achieve it. If you take a look at my channel, I have like before and afters. In some of my shorts, you can see I was quite large, and I was able to go down to smaller than this. I'm okay with this weight. I wanted to put a little bit more weight on, like more like muscle, because I lost a bit of muscle, but don't want to talk too much about me. Let's focus on how we're gonna get you to lose the weight. So you're also gonna pray for is it solace? You're going to pray to just accept your current body, because that's where you have to really start. You have to accept and enjoy and love, appreciate your current body. And the easiest way I found to do this was just breaking down a lot of the functions that our body does, especially when we're not paying attention. Our body remains in homeostasis without us having to do anything. Our heart is beating, everything like that we put our bodies through, it's recalibrating and rechecking and fixing and trying to heal. And we are doing a lot to it. If you are overweight, you're doing things to your body that it doesn't want. And that's something you just have to be real about and take responsibility for, which is another one of the steps. So, um, the next thing I want to go over is just to be real, and I've touched on it before, but um, I was 219 pounds talking about I had gas. Like I knew I had put on weight, but how much of it I was severely delusional about, and that needed to be addressed in order for me to get to where I needed to get to. So I was, oh, and health concerns. Okay, so diabetes plays is in the mix too, but I don't want to focus mostly on that because people do use a lot of like PCOS, diabetes, thyroid issues, and all of that, and age as excuses um, not to keep going or saying why it's difficult. I can tell you with all of those elements, those issues, that I'm proof that you can definitely lose the weight in a relatively fast time. Most of the weight came off like in the first 6 months, 3 to 6 months, you're going to see it. So 3 months of consistency, you're going to see results. 6 months, you're definitely going to see more. I thought I had 20 pounds to lose, and I was just really bloated, right? That's why I was convincing myself of what really was happening was my body was stressed. It was struggling to get by. I was frustrated and speaking ill to my body. So just I'm fat and just like like getting frustrated when I'm at wherever I was trying to get ready and go anywhere, and clothes weren't fitting how I wanted to. I didn't have anything that was fitting properly, and I refused to go up a size. That was one of those things too. Like that, I drew the line in the sand if I had to do another X. So the highest I would go was XL. Clearly, I was a bit bigger than XL, but I was, forcing myself into it. Well, it's not even like it was huge. Like it was hard to force, but I was forcing myself into clothes um, that, well, they still kind of fit, but whatever. Anyway, so um, getting real, be honest with yourself, see where you currently are, but don't look at it in a negative way. You're going to start appreciating where you are. So you look at the fact that your heart's beating, like I say, all of these things. You're going to look at where you are, trying to shift your perspective. I have a book recommendation for that, so I'll put things in the description. I have to go back and watch this whole video and put the description, timestamps, and all of that. So please look down there because I'll be doing the work to make sure you can follow along easily. So Parallel Universes of Self by Dodson, Frederick Dodson. So it's Parallel Universes of Self by Frederick Dodson. That really helped shift my perspective and helped me to manifest my dream body. Now I didn't want to put it like that, but that's pretty much what happened. None of this was difficult. I was able to get real with myself, and with knowing where I was able to look at what I didn't want. So, like, if I was to continue going down this route, what will start to happen? I'll probably end up dead, sick, lost of limbs. Just where I was going wasn't good. So, being real with that, saying that's not what I want, I tried to look at another reality, which would be um, how would it be if I were to lose the weight and reach my goals, and would I feel lighter? So you try to imagine how you would feel in both ways, and of course you are going to pick the one that resonates best with you. Of course you're going to want a nicer ease, peaceful life, a healthier life, and I don't want to hear foolishness like, oh yeah, you can be fat and healthy. All right, be fat and healthy. I'm talking about the people who know that The extra weight isn't necessary for them. The extra weight is hindering them and holding them back, and they just want to change. So if that's you, just keep watching. I have other videos coming up, and they're going to be a bit more clear and concise because I know I've been speaking for 15 minutes, and I'm hoping to get in something from this so far. Um, just quickly going over the front, beginning again, you just want to make sure you have something to go back to, something to stand firm on. You need your higher power, you need God, you need some force that you're going to go back to whenever times get rocky. You're going to be real with yourself, be honest. Where are you? How did you get here? You don't have to spend too much time on it, but you do have to know how you got there, because you're not going to be able to get out of something, out of an issue, the same way you put yourself into it, right? So we're going to change behaviors. We change behaviors because we're going to change who we are in a sense. Um, and to manifest a new person, you actually have to become a new person. So every single thing about the old person has to disappear. You have to completely get rid of that person to create who you want to become. So a lot of it helps when you write it down. So I keep showing my books. Because writing it down, if you want to put it on the computer, if it's easier for you to type things out, that's fine. I feel like also learning to teach. So even though I'm telling you like you're learning some stuff here, you also want to do some research for yourself. So if I mention a product or a service or something that you might be interested in, of course, do more research into it. I'll work on putting some resources down, so other videos that may venture into more of some things that I might be speaking about. But you want to be honest whether you are, you currently, you want to take pictures. So part of being honest with yourself is going to take pictures, and you're going to be honest in the way where not a biased place, like you're usually hardest on yourself, but you're going to from a place of just a matter of fact, take a picture and look at it. um, you can judge from a matter of fact, from as if it's not you, like what are you seeing in that picture, but you're not going to look at it from, again, like, oh my, I have fat here, or this is here, that like as a physical body, is it working? Like, does it look like is it a, because no, does it look like you already know your body works, but is, is it functional? Be grateful that it is. Be grateful that it is. That you're able to still breathe, you're able to still move. Watching this, you're seeing, you can hear me, you're hearing, all of these things aren't guaranteed to us every day. We act as if they are. Like, we act as if, oh, we're supposed to wake up and things are going to just be here and we're going to be here and everything's going to be fine. But the longer you take that for granted, the worse it can get in time. So then one day it's just, but you have to just, again, take an objective look at yourself, um, and just appreciate. And then you're also going to accept the responsibility. Now, you accept the blame too, but what are you going to do with blame? Blame is pointless. It's pointless to do anything, like, just accept responsibility, knowing that you are the reason why you are where you are. So if you are overweight, you are the reason for that. You can say, okay, I'm sick and that, but it's still your responsibility. It's you. It's all gonna fall on you. Um, you can't be a victim. You have to keep your power and know that you're the one that got you there. So you're the one that's gonna get you out of there. You're just gonna look at the methods in which to do that. So you, again, your methods to get into it, you're going to switch that because you can't use those same methods to get out. So if you want to use some of my methods, I got you, right? You have there we go. And also you have to be willing to just follow the course, willing to keep going, however hard it gets, however long it takes. You just have to be firm in knowing that you are in it for the long haul, because it's actually, you hear it a lot, it's a lifestyle change. I don't use that as often, just because to me, I feel like I literally morphed into another person. I look at videos and pictures of myself before, and not only do I not recognize myself because I'm a lot smaller, and my skin is a lot clearer now too, of course, and I look a little younger. I know I looked young before, but um, if you don't know it, exercise, working out, taking care of yourself is going to help reverse your age. So taking a look at um, lost my train of thought. But yeah, I let me see if I can get it back. Oh yeah, I morphed into another person. So I want to make a video just really clear, showing exactly how to leap create a new avatar, because that's how I kind of pictured it. I pictured a new avatar, and I used inspiration like first it was SZA, and it was this combination of SZA and Tiana Taylor when they're on their fittest side, right? And now it's more to Tiana Taylor's scissors weight is seems to still be fluctuating, but my body doesn't seem to look as much like hers anymore. Um, to me, being clear about what you want. So if you do have a smaller picture of when you were the ideal size, if you want to get back to that, just make sure you focus on that, right? And that's going to be, I guess, it can help. You can make it be your avatar, the face of your avatar. I guess the what would you say? What would I say? The thingy of your avatar, the physical manifestation of your avatar, right? So you're gonna look at where you are, take responsibility for where you are, understand that it's you um who are gonna change. You're gonna change. You are responsible to do that, and then you're going to think of who you want to become. Think about their habits. Think about what they how they enjoy it, like what they enjoy to eat, how they enjoy to eat. So are they going to be? I can give you examples with these things too. Like so, for the person you want to become, you it's hard if you don't have references. So it's a good thing to go onto um, these sites and just search them. Search the type of person, what kind of foods would they eat, so you can watch some what I ate in a day. In food inspos, healthy food ideas. You can cater it to you. So you're gonna pick and choose from different videos. You can go on Pinterest and take up a lot of those ideas. You can just Google some ideas, and just adjust them to things that work for you. For me, um, I just feel like the I did select a blood type diet, so I ate according to my blood type, and in that, whenever I did search for food ideas, I pulled from the things that I needed. So for me, the criteria would have been, it would have had to be on my blood work or blood type list. It had to be low glycemic enough for me to not incur higher quick sugar spikes and stuff for the diabetes, because the goal is not to be on medication and reverse the diabetes. And I wanted as many whole foods as possible, as less packaged. So anything that has a longer expiration date gives you a shorter expiration date. So you want to try and I say not everything, but just most things. You don't want a bunch of packaged foods that's full of preservatives. That's going to have high shelf life. Whole foods, try to eat close to the serving size, drink a lot of water. Now, I want to go over some of the products in a minute because I did mention that. Um, just want to say, just building you, think of the person that you want to become, the foods that they enjoy eating. If you're not working, it's a little more difficult. If there is some sort of a budget, let's say you're staying with someone and they're allowing you $20, just try and budget for that. Like, and also like what I did, or I suggested in another video, if you are living with your family, living with parents, or just not in the ideal situation, but you still want to become that person, what I suggest is pretending to be that person, staying with some people right now. They might still be your family, that's fine, but you may just be staying with them for a while as you're transitioning to go back to your life where you are healthier and you're doing all these things. So that's a tip if it's difficult to suspend disbelief, right? So um, you have to build your avatar, write down what the person looks like, what they act like, how they respond to certain things. So if you have a sugar craving right now and you can't control yourself, how is the person that you are going to become? How is that avatar going to respond in a scenario where your current self probably would collapse and give in to temptation and things like that? So you when you're searching for these things, you have to search for game plans. And I'm going to again put some resources, and I'm also going to create some more videos to give you tips and tricks, and I have some already. So if you wanted to look at things I did do, I did vlog a lot of this as I was losing weight, especially over the last year. So products I used and how I used them, and things I incorporated in my journey, that's all on between YouTube, on my vlogs, and I do have some personal development videos, and that's one of them I'm going to refer to right now, which is the Jolt one. I'm going to link the Jolt video to this one because that is a practical step in setting things into motion. So I want you to go over all of these things that I've said already. So you're going to acknowledge all of that, acknowledge God, and be grateful for everything you have. You're only going to get more if you keep remaining, very redundant, but if you remain grateful, you will um, reap the benefits, right? So um, be real with yourself. Don't take things too personally. As far as being real with yourself, remember I was saying the whole picture thing. The main thing I skipped over, which I spoke about a lot in other videos, but you have to be impeccable with your word. Your body is going through a lot, but your body is trying. Your body is trying. Imagine you struggling through something because of everything that's being thrown on you, and all you get is criticism. And I'm sure you know how that feels. All of us have been there at some point or another where you feel like you put your best efforts into something or some things, and some people are comfortable enough and bold enough to just let you know that it wasn't good enough, and you're doing that to your body, and your body is having a hard time listening to you because being a hypocrite. So just be impeccable with yours. Just stop being mean to your body. I promise, when you start being nice, when you start taking care of your body, when you start treating your body like it deserves to be treated, it cooperates with you so well. It That's that whole there's something that I like to tell people every time I hear them say this in the supermarket. Some people get it and it's fine. So maybe once last you'll see once or twice you might see someone's um disposition change because they realize, oh well, I just got a lesson and maybe they weren't ready for it, and maybe I impose and giving my opinion and it shouldn't, but whatever. Whenever someone says something's expensive, I have to remind them that so are they. Everything that your body physically does, you cannot pay for it to be done. Like nobody can create anything as amazing, as miraculous as the human body. The fact that our body heals itself. One second, because I just heard something. Okay, it's like something from the tree fell in the car. But it's amazing what our bodies can do. We can't replicate that, but we take it for granted and we put it down and we're not realizing how expensive we are. Whenever we want to get the cheaper food because, oh, this is a little bit, no, you do need to invest in yourself. Now, you can get low cost food that is um, good quality food, and that's what I suggest doing. How I shop, I do shop as clean as I can for my budget, and I'll supplement wherever I can supplement for whatever. But for the most part, um, I go for highest quality that is at the best price at the time I'm going to the store based on the menu I already have set for the week. So I'll set up what I decided to eat for the week. Then I will go shopping based on that and based on whatever I already have in the house. And sometimes it switches a little based on what's available. And I know I could search that all before I go to the supermarket and stuff, but I kind of like organically going to the supermarkets and like picking things based on my list and what's at a good price right now. And if it is a new product, I love trying them every once in a while if they're not too far off from things I usually have, right? So you're going to build your new avatar. You're going to start acting like that avatar you've created. And it's really that simple. And me making this live right now is giving a current example of living in the avatar, being that person, becoming her. All right. So I'm going to go over some of the products that I use to help lose 80 pounds. And I will say it was easy because it was not the old Janelle struggling through trying to lose weight. I shifted to the new avatar, the new Janelle, the new one that finds it easy to lose weight, that just looks at food and knows exactly what is good for her, doesn't just eat because food tastes good. That's one thing I want to hone in on. Stop eating food just because it tastes good. You have to eat food that fuels your body. You need to eat food that your body needs. Stop saying I can't eat it because it doesn't taste good. Because if you look like food tastes good all the time, I'm not gonna lie, that's not a good look. That's not the look you're going for, especially if you're trying to lose weight, right? So I'm gonna go over some of the products right here. Again, a reminder of the Jolt video. I'm gonna probably remind you again. And in that, I'll just give a quick rundown of what the Jolt video is. And it's just pretty much setting things into motion mentally to get you to a point where it naturally starts to happen. So it like messes with your hippocampus. What messes with it doesn't thingy, but it just helps to get the information that helps get information from one side to the other. But you have to kind of trick your brain or force your brain to learn something new as you're creating this new person. So the jolt, without getting into too much detail, because I do feel like it's best to watch the video, but you're going to jump out of bed immediately. You're going to go and brush your teeth with your less dominant hand. You're going to affirm the new person you're going to become, and you're going to brush your teeth again, doing things the opposite way as soon as you wake up, not thinking anything, while your subconscious mind is still just very active. You don't have any time to think. Just jump up, uh, brush your teeth, start affirming, become that person. So, products I use, so and why I use them, right? So, um, I was dealing with the diabetes. I will say type 2, but even though I've lost weight and I'm still having a little issue because I reversed the diabetes and then a lot of stress, work, just life, because I wasn't planning to work ever again. Yeah, YouTube just didn't YouTube like I expected it to. Three, the four threes, and now I think that's my sign too. I've been seeing a lot of threes. I'm gonna do an angel number video, by the way. Look forward to that. But these are the things I did. I think maybe I might need to do a second part. I think this is going on for like almost 35 minutes. So those are the things I did to lose the weight. I'm gonna go over products in another video. So that's what I'll do. I'll separate the videos. So I'm gonna go over like the proteins I took, the supplements, and the things I did to heal my gut because that's the key. And I was gonna make it as a separate point in here, but I really don't have to because it is this is more about the mindset shift. The things I'm going to go on to the products are more of the practical tools, things that you're going to need to start the process. So again, this video is my one of my daily lives. I'm going to work on getting live every day until something happens. But right now, I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to start again and go over the products. I want to make two separate videos, and I don't want too much to like go through on one. So just a recap on this video. Um, I want you to start. I want you to be able to know that you are capable of doing whatever you would like to do. You are a powerful being, and you're powerful enough to get to where you are right now. You might not like where you are right now, so just accept that, take responsibility, and start working towards being the person that you want to become, but very, very clear on how or who that person is first. Be clear on who you are to know who you're going to be, and love yourself through the whole process. Be impeccable with your words. Do not say anything bad about yourself. Don't do it. It's not healthy, it's not worth it, it's not fair. You've been neglecting your body or doing things to hurt your body for several years. You're going to need time, you're going to need patience, and give yourself some grace. So I'm end it here. Appreciate if you made it here to the end. Um, Let me know you made it here by writing in the comments Hakuna Matata, right? So if you've made it here, Hakuna Matata, and I want to start playing games. Let's see if you get to the end of the video. I'm not skipping to the end. But if you're, yeah, I might skip. I'm gonna put them in between the videos, and then I might do some like giveaways and things like that. So we're gonna work on things like that going forward. So if you want to get started, just get started. Just start now. If you want a practical step before seeing the next video, because I know I'm going to do it right now, but a practical thing to do to start that new person would also be just a walk. Consider a walking schedule, or just every day walk at least for 30 minutes if you can. If you can't even get to 30 minutes, like walk 5 minutes away from your home and 5 minutes back. Just do something every single day, and that will allow you to know, like, to show up for yourself. And showing up for yourself is how you start to become that new person that you're working towards. So your new avatar is going to be on the other side of that daily walk, and that those daily habits that are going to facilitate the growth, all right, and the shrinking of the waist, and the plumping of the booty, and the gaining of the muscle. And yeah, we'll get into weightlifting and all that stuff in another video. But until next time, lovelies,